Hello and welcome to another match of Dota 2. We have got the third match of the day of the 5 matches that we will see today from day number 30 for Starladder Star Series. It's going to be DD taking on 3D Clan. And 3D Clan on the Radiant side with DD on the Dire. As we see Phobos actually standing in for DD for the French. So it's and Lacoste as well. Here a player that we haven't seen for quite a while. So that is quite interesting to see.
10 seconds remaining.
Let's see what heroes we're going to see. Actually, before we jump ourselves into this, we're just going to show you really quick the scores as they are standing right now. We have got 3D Clan at a quite comfortable position with 15 points. They're probably not going to be dropped down to the Pro Series. DD, they're also quite comfortable with their points, so even one higher than 3D Clan. So the question is, can 3D Clan close the gap in between DD and 3D? Or is 3D going to be pulling up ahead and going to be sitting above Roxchaos at the 8th place for the Starladder Star Series rankings? That's a question for this game. We are going to see an Enchantress getting banned out together with a Gyrocopter, so leaving the Nyx in the pool as well as the Coddle. Interesting to see those two getting banned out. It's going to be forcing 3D Clan to make a tough decision. Which one of the two do they value most? And of course we still have all the other heroes in as well, with you know, Magnus's, Rubik's, Darkseers, you know them all. And even the Chen. I mean, if you ban out the Enchantress, you might want to pick up that Chen, for example. We've got the Nyx being picked up first, considered to be a bit of a counter towards the Keeper of Light, so no real surprise that it's the Nyx that gets picked up first. And the next pick going the way of DD as well. I mean, is it going to be a Phantom Lancer? Do you really want to give the Phantom Lancer away? No, it's going to be a Lifestealer. Now, Phantom Lancer also works out well together with the Nyx Assassin though, so maybe they're gonna be going for that. But it's gonna be a Magnus, so something to shut down that Lifestealer, and maybe even something like a Luna or Leshrac will be the one to combine up with that Nyx Assassin, and also, or Jakiro also, because it doesn't only combine up with the Nyx to get that solid stun off, the double stun then, but also combines up great with the RP from the Magnus, because Magnus RP is of course great to have. But I do think you have to have a bit of extra to go through all those people that got RP, like a bit of extra damage. You already have the Impale, so that's definitely something already, but something like a Light Strike Array or Split Earth would be able to do the same thing. But Darkseer's Iron Shell would do that job as well. And Imagine Vacuum into the RP would be of course a brilliant RP for 3D Clan if they get it set up properly. Now let's see what DD is going to be doing to counter that one. I mean, they already have got their Farmer, they now also pick up the Storm Spirit, so that is going to be something that we have seen before. I haven't seen it for this week, I believe, but it's going to be, of course, a Storm Spirit infested with a Lifestealer jumping around the map. Yep. And that's going to be something that's going to be trying to create a bit of chaos on the side of 3D Clan. Let's see what the bans are going to be from 3D Clan. They banned out the Darkseer as their first ban. Quite surprising. I mean, you can kind of assume that there's still going to be a support, but I was kind of thinking the way of a Leshrac still, but Leshrac actually gets banned out by DD, so that's something that they don't want to be seeing. Nature's Prophet instantly banned out by 3D Clan. That's a ban out that I was also maybe expecting to see, purely because even more global presence than what they are already having to face is not really wanted. Chen is going to be the ban out for DD, with already the Enchantress out of the pool for 3D Clan. They don't want to risk having the Chen being picked up by them. Last ban incoming for 3D. I mean, if you look at DD's lineup, you know that they still need either a support or an offlaner, a support jungler or offlaner. So those are the ones that we're going to be seeing banned out. Is it still going to be a Lina, or are they wanting to save the Lina to pick it up themselves? Just thinking what else. I mean, Rubik is still in the pool actually. Rubik would be a nice hero with both lineups, may I just add that. Having a Rubik picked up against the Magnus is of course a great one, and they actually ban out the Enigma, so really don't want to be facing a jungle hero, and there's the Disruptor ban, so leaving the Rubik in the pool as well as the Lina. And 3D Clan, they need themselves a carry most likely, and another support or jungler, whichever they prefer. Darkseer can of course go into the jungle theoretically speaking also, but Magnus is probably going to be taking on a solo lane, either mid or off lane, and then a Nyx Assassin on the lane together with something else, and either a support or not, depending on what, if they pick up a jungle hero. And I say that they could pick up a jungle hero still, because even if they already got the bans on all the solid jungle heroes, there's still heroes that could do the same. Like Darkseer is a jungle hero, so they could pick up another long lane if they want to, even. and then just send Darkseer into that jungle, and then just you know, pick up something like a Windrun or a Beastmaster or something. I mean, it's all heroes that work well together with that Lifestealer. As in, a Beastmaster Roar would be doing great there, but they pick up a Rubik, so that's going to be the one that they want to have. And Rubik's goal is, of course, to steal the Ball Lightning from the Storm Spirit, because that's going to give him a lot of mobility. Will be nice to have. And there's the Lone Druid, actually. DD picking that one up. And going to be having 2 carries for that one. So Lone Druid is probably going to be on the, on the safe lane, on one of the side lanes. And then Lifestealer, it's going to be either an aggressive tri lane or a safe tri lane. It really depends on what support they're going to pick up last, I would believe. And what they're expecting 3D Clan to be running on their tri lane. Because a Rubik and a Nyx Assassin are already 2 quite tough supports to deal with. There's a Telekinesis and an Impale to keep the carry safe on that lane.
10 seconds.
And the Phantom Lancer is still there. I did say at the start, Phantom Lancer and Nyx are... Did I actually say that out loud? I don't know anymore. Wow. I can't remember if I said it out loud or not. But anyway, he does go nice together with the Nyx Assassin, purely for the disable and for the mana burn. And he can just stand on his lane. It does mean that they're going to go for a safe tri lane.
10 seconds remaining.
Sand King.
The Sand King. No, I like that. But it's the only real solid stun that they have. Well, Vortex, I'm not going to count that as a stun. But the stun kind of puts Sand King himself in a bit of danger. And then you got an Impale and a Telekinesis to deal with. As well as everything that Rubik steals. It's going to be tough. I'm quite curious to see how DD is going to be able to do with this. Because it's a different lineup than we normally see. So we have got 2 stand-ins playing for DD today. It's going to be Lacoste. We haven't been seeing quite a while. He's going to be playing a Storm Spirit with Phobos. Also, like 2 old school players right here. Phobos playing the Lifestealer. It's going to be Jolene who's going to be on the Keeper of the Light. With Push playing the Sand King. Push, of course, being fucking mad. And on the... Wait a second. Okay. On the Lone Druid we see Blur. Apparently also Jolene. But Blur it is. Let's see if we can get a different HUD. No, we cannot, unfortunately. Anyways, on the 3D Clan side of things, we have got Cedar playing as Darkseer. On the mid lane, we have Stallioner on the Magnus. On the tri lane on the bottom, it's going to be Nexus on the Phantom Lancer. Jenka as a stand-in playing the Rubik, and Solo is going to be playing the Nyx Assassin. And Keeper of Light already scouting them out. Looks like we are going to have an aggressive tri lane. Now, this is an awkward aggressive tri lane, if this is indeed going to be that, because... I don't think they're going to be expecting to win this. They can try to spam the Illuminate out a couple of times. Oh, careful, Jolene. If there's going to be Impale, there could be also a Telekinesis to follow things up with. It's just that Nexus was too far away to do anything there.
The battle begins.
Who's going to get the rune? Ooh, lucky Sand King.
Illusion.
Solo getting some harassment, gets an Impale up on Jolene. Here comes Nexus, he does have a lance. Solo getting a bit of more harassment even. And more harassment coming in from the sideline. Like, the thing is, you've got 2 heroes that can stop anything in his tracks, with an Impale and with a Telekinesis. And you have got an Initiator with a stun that actually puts himself at a very tough place if he actually initiates with the Burrow Strike, because he puts himself where the Burrow Strike hits. You've got the carry that you want to take down that has an escape mechanism. And that's about, you know, you have got a bit of burst damage, of course, with Illuminate, but it's still going to be really tough to take him down. There is a Sentry Word up on the Keeper of Light, so if the Doppelwalk is used, not a range of a tower or something, they will be trying to chase it down. But it's going to be really tough. Now, the thing about this also is, of course, they don't really need to win the aggressive tri-lane to still be getting ahead of this game, because they have got a solo laning, free farming Lone Druid, who is only going to get annoyed by Cedo, who is actually tower skipping the creeps, and getting some jungle heroes on the sideline. As well, jungle creeps there, even. Jungle heroes. Would be nice if you got those, but nope. So it's interesting to see what DD is doing here, and it's something that we've seen before, of course, but it's really a matter of how bad is DD gonna lose this bottom lane for me right now. Because if it's too bad, then they can't really do anything anymore, and if it's oh, he's got a new outfit. Like, if it's gonna take too long for, wait a second, burst back up on Solo and Illuminate, and that's a first blood. Jolene picking it up, still taking a lot of damage from Nexus, who's gonna land on other lands. He wants to go for that kill, but he has to back off. He's taking a lot of harassment from Phobos. There's no open wounds anymore. There is an Illuminate, however, just missed him. Is there gonna be an open wounds? 11 seconds. Here comes also Telekinesis in 1 second, so he will be able to stay alive, and it will be Sand King that won't be able to chase that anymore either. In the meantime, on the middle lane, it is Lacoste is taking a lot of harassment from Stallianer, but they will be both fine. With actually no bottle yet up on Storm. And Courier's gonna go bottom first with the salve, but the bottom lane first blood still went the way of DD. Quite interesting to note that. I mean, it was overextending 3D, I'd say, because the Sand King was actually able to burst right from the side. So, like I said, I mean, the initiation in theory should come from the Sand King, and then it would put himself in danger. But this initiation actually was putting him on the right side of things, just because there was Solo way out of position. They actually tried to go in on that Keeper of the Light. Really nice play from DD, and a bit of overextension, as I said, from Jenka there. Jenka, sorry, Solo. Illuminate, gonna hit. Burrow Strike helping out there. Open wounds also. Here comes an Impale though. It's gonna be pushed. It's gonna be a lot of Top of Fate, but going through. Push. Stick charges helping out, and it's gonna be Jenka that still goes down. And it's actually working out for DD right now. Just 3D clan sticking too close to their too far away from their tower is hurting them right now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And in the meantime, the Lone Druid still goes down on the top lane, so that's something that's going to be against DD. 3D able to pick that one up with a surge with the Iron Show up on there. So at least that's something. Oh, come on, stop killing off people.
Dire's top tower is under
Magnus getting himself a solo kill with a double damage rune. Of course, that was the Storm Spirit. He did have the bottle. Courier hanging around there because he can. That was 2 kills going the way of DD now also. And let's see if they can keep this going on the bottom lane, because that's something that of course needs to be done, especially if you're not winning those other 2 lanes. Though of course for the Storm Spirit it goes that if you don't win your lane before you're level 6, it's not that bad. As long as you don't die anymore when you are level 6.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Because you have got your ball lightning at that point, of course. Illuminate gonna fly through. Just harassment though. Seeing if they can do something. Because they have to get the same situation again. They have to get everybody back up to this area and then they can go again. But the way the 3D clan is playing right now, this is the way that is going to be safe. This is the way where they in theory should be able to survive, unless they're going to go up on Solo right away. He does of course have a Spike Carapace, so he stuns everybody. Illuminate's still going to fly through. And an Impale again, Push is going to be the one to go down this time. Phobos still taking a lot of harassment, but that is the encounter that I meant. That is 3D clan having just the power to stop that initiation from going as long as they're playing it fairly safe. And they did. And they win. That kill, that is. We do have almost level 6 upon Lacoste with Stallianer, level 7, so big difference. And he's actually going to go for an RP here. He is going to go for the Storm Spirit. There will be another Shockwave going through as well, and it should be a kill. One Vortex is not going to help it, or is it? No, it's not. Stallianer getting a second kill in the mid lane.
What did you expect?
The Storm Spirit still at level 6. He really was at level 6, then he would have been safe. Then he could have seen that RP coming from a mile away. Solo, gonna be finding out that fucking man is standing right behind there. Illuminate, open wounds. Gonna be hitting up on Nexus, and they see him too. They have that ward. Lands gonna hit upon Push, gets an Impale. Nexus still trying to run himself away. Illuminate's still gonna fly through. It is actually gonna be able to pick up the Phantom Lancer. We're following Solo. Solo, who's taking a lot of damage, still has 2 stick charges. Might be able, and will have enough mana for a Spike Carapace with that if he chooses to do so. Burrow Strike still hits upon Jenka actually, and it's gonna be an Illuminate to fly through again. That is the Spike Carapace gone. Stallianer, welcome to the bottom lane. Gonna be able to pick up a kill there. The Shockwave, and Solo limps himself away. A TP incoming again from the Phantom Lancer. But still, as the Sand King kill for Phantom Lancer kill. Phantom Lancer, of course, a very important target to pick off. He's got 18 for 1 last hit, and if you compare that to the Lifestealer, it's 25 for 7. So they are able to slow him down from farming. The Phantom Lancer, that is.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And there's mana boots. But they, yeah, They kind of have to continue getting the pressure on, because he's still getting some farm, he's still getting some levels. He's even higher level than the Lifestealer. In the meantime, on the mid lane, that excursion from Stallianer actually gave Lacoste the chance to get level 6, and he got himself an Invis rune as well. So that's quite nice for him. Lacoste's gonna be very happy with that. He can actually try to go for pickoffs now if he would have known where the targets were to pick off, because right now, like, who is he gonna be picking off? Is it gonna be the top lane? I don't think so, because Darkseers overall are able to just escape, and better yet, this Darkseer is actually higher level than the Storm Spirit. With Lone Druid being actually slightly behind, of course, by that kill helping out Seedoy. You're going for a fast mechanism, and it's going to be the Lone Druid that is picking up a Hand of Midas. So where can Lacoste then pick heroes off? Is it going to be the bottom lane where Nexus is the target? There should be another ward yet up on the Jolie. No, there's not. No ward, no dust. So if he does, he needs to bring dust or wards, that is. Maybe he's going to be able to pick up Solo. That would actually be a good target, though. The Spike Carapace, if fast enough, could give him enough time to get away and get a Spike Carapace up on there, get an Impale, and it could turn things around depending on where he is. And then the only other target that would be there would be, of course, the Rubik. But Rubik is going to be playing it fairly safe. And again, also, he's got that Telekinesis. And should be helping out. Anyways. Why do we have a pause again? Stallianer needs a minute. Did I draw that? No. I can't draw. Oh, I know what this is. It's the Static Remnant explosion. Oh, it looks kind of cool, doesn't it? It's kind of funny. Just someone scribbling on the map, and there's still even a flare of electricity in the air, and a bit of sparkles around the creep. And there's the go again. Let's see if Stallianer can get his RP back to good use, because he has that again. It's a lot harder to hit an RP up on the Storm Spirit that actually has got the Ball Lightning though, and he did actually see them pop on the Invis, so the ping came out and we instantly see Nexus backing off, knowing that he is going to be the target. Doppelwalk or not, they're not going to try to go for him unless they would have the dust, etc, so they're backing out. And they're actually going to be TPing towards the top lane to help out, because it's going to be the Nyx that actually goes down first. It's going to be Jolene or Sir Blur that's still alive. Cedo trying to run himself away. Does have a TP, but won't be able to use it because there will be a Burrow Strike. And that is going to be fucking mad on the wrong side of that one. Open wounds, entangle, and the Cedo going down. Oh, hello Stallianer. And there's going to be Lone Druid still picked up, the one that it all started with. And he's not got a Burrow Strike, that's kind of sad. He doesn't have a Burrow Strike, doesn't have a TP.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Well,
under attack.
isn't that unfortunate? Sorry. In the meantime, Keeper of Light picks up the Rubik on the bottom lane. Storm Spirit helping out with that one with the double damage rune. And the Rubik was of course the only kill that I just said that would be a good possibility for him.
Dire's middle.
Phobos in the meantime picked himself up the Blaze of Attack. The start of the Armlet is there. Almost enough mana. And who's he calling towards him right here? Who did they want to take down? The Ball Lightning is ready. I think they saw him. Yep, there's the Vortex up on Solo. Illuminate's gonna fly through as well. Spike Carapace is still there. Here comes the Lance. Nexus helping out. Here comes Phobos though. It is the Storm that already went down. That is not worth it. They were the ones who went in, and they are the ones that's gonna be having a tough time. It's gonna be Phobos that can't really get himself away. Rages should be enough, or is it enough? There's still an RP up on the Stallianer, so if he wants to, he can vacuum back in, and that's gonna be the Shockwave to help things out. Stallianer 5 for 0 for 1. And he is doing really well for himself, and that initiation came from DD, and they paid for it. They didn't even get the kill on the support Nyx, because that Spike Carapace is just too much. Vortex, Illuminate. Salianer, he has that RP though. If he really wants to, he can use it, but he uses to skewer he uses mana to skewer away first. Smoke up for DD. Are they gonna go top? Fucking Matt sitting around still. The rest going top. Hastrun gonna get picked off. Gonna go still for Salianer. They know he's around there somewhere. But Salianer actually backs out. Wants to buy his Blink Dagger. He's got it in his stash right now. Will make a big difference to get those initiations going. Not relying on the vacuums to get people back into range anymore, because you can just blink yourself into range. In the meantime, Nexus still farming. This time no real counter for him, as in he is by himself. There is a lifestealer sitting around, but he can't do anything by himself. It's kind of a waste for him to still sit there. Looks like a Diffusal Blade is going to be up first for Nexus. And the Lone Druid is going to be the target of the RP. Lone Druid is going to be helped though. Jolene coming in as well as Lacoste. They're coming in to try and take down Seedoy, who has been happily active on the top lane. There goes the Vortex up on Seedoy, looking for that entangle, but here comes the blink in. And the RP hits on Baron Master. Is it going to be enough though? Vacuum back in as well. Blur taking a lot of damage. It is going to be Blur that still goes down, but Seedoy dies with him. More mana for the Storm, but the Impale picks him up regardless. Solo getting a kill. 2 for 1. Not worth it. Losing and the solo mid and the solo safe lane for just one solo long lane. A Burst Strike from the side still helps, doing some damage to Magnus, but he is so tanky at this point. He is level 11. And he's up against a level 5 Sand King, level 6 on the Keeper of Light. And there is going to be Solo trying to get himself away after the TP came in from Phobos. Skewer in. Gonna be trying to help out. Nyx Assassin still goes down. Keeper of Light helping out for that one. Courier is gonna be able to be safe. There's gonna be another Burst Strike in a second. There is 6 tick charge, but he blinks himself out into safety. Infest is still gonna be there. Vortex in. They want to take down Salianer. A lot of hatred for this guy, and finally they get him. Burst Strike Epicenter. No, just a Burst Strike up on 2, but it doesn't matter. It is the Sand King that goes down. Cedo still drops with him though, and it's gonna be the Keeper of Light that's gonna get picked up still as well with the Shockwave. Magnus, he just bought back. Salianer or Lacoste getting himself out again. A long fight for both sides, with a lot of buybacks, or at least buyback on the Keeper of Light, buyback on the Magnus, and of course a couple of low heroes also that were just very fast with going back into the fight. And it's gonna be. I think I still put that fight in theory in favor of 3D Max. 3D Clan, that is. There's no 3D Max in this game. A lot of Ds, but no 3D Max. There is an RP again in 6 seconds. Blink Skewer doesn't hit anything. Well, wanted to go for Jolene, for Blur of course, doesn't get it. Sand King goes down in the bottom lane in the meantime. He just tried to get some more levels, I guess. 2 supports versus 1 support. 2 supports win. He does have his epicenter, of course, but he's been shut down so hard. I mean, shut down. Yeah, well, he died 4 times. Actually, you can call it shut down. He's been in 8 out of the 10 kills, though, which is pretty nice. But he's not got that much gold, and he kind of needs to have that gold to get his. At some point, he needs to have his Blink Dagger, because at some point he needs to have that Blink Burrow epicenter initiation. TP towards the bottom lane again, where Jolene is just going to land some Illuminates. Going to try to stop the push from happening. Nice by Carapace still, though. And someone's constantly connecting and reconnecting into the game and disconnecting. Let's take a look at the net worth, actually. Sorry for not having that on earlier. Yeah, Salianer highest. No real surprise there. He's been so active. He's only died that one time that we just saw. He can actually blink to Phobos for an RP. Oh, he's gonna find Lone Druid coming up at his tail though. But with the double damage rune, he's not too worried about that Druid. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, push coming out from DD. They're gonna try to go for the tier 1. There's no towers down yet on the side of the 3D Clan. And this is gonna be the second tower that drops on the side of DD if Nexus gets it down. And he almost has got his Diffusal Blade. And now he has it with that tower money. In the meantime, on the top lane, Vacuum in there. It is already going to be Sullianer. He already used his RP, but he couldn't get a kill with that. Vortex up on Seedoy. Is gonna try to get an entangle from the bear, but it's not gonna happen for now. There goes the Dark Seer Ball. Solo coming in here looking for an impale. Gonna try to find it on Lacoste. Bear still trying to get entangles up on Cedo, still not getting it. It's gonna be Lacoste that still goes down though, and the entangle finally happens. Impale upon Bear and Master. Now open wounds up a Sullianer. He gives Lone Druid some time to try and get himself out of that place. And we still have... Never mind, we don't have the bear anymore. The bear actually goes down. Sullianer gets himself the last hit and he screws himself away. In the meantime, Impale upon Phobos, who's gonna get picked up as well. And again, 3D clan pulling up ahead. Only one Darkseer going down. And basically every single farmer on the side of DD goes down as well. I mean, the supports, where were they? Where was the Burrow Strike? Why are the supports farming? And I know why, because, you know, Sand King wants to have his Blink Dagger and Keeper of Light wants to get his pressure on, but they should have TP top to try and help out. And I know that tier 1 tower wasn't standing, so they could have, but, well, that was only just a moment ago that it dropped, actually. They could have TP'd. They could have TP'd to that fight. They didn't, and their team paid for it. Impale and Burrow Strike at the same time. That's always nice. Mana burn for the Sand King. In the meantime, Magnus finds himself a kill on the Storm Spirit. Gonna try to find one on Jolene as well. Lane music turning up high. Hoping, oh, Jolene, no, double kill for Sullianer. MVP Magnus. And he actually picked himself up a Ghost Scepter. Now, 2 reasons, of course, that you can do that. It is to help survive against the Lone Druid as well as the Lifestealer. But maybe at some point... He wants... Nah, I don't know if he wants to do that. At the same time, by the way, Nick still went down here. That was an Epicenter killing him off. And the Sullianer is going to try to get revenge. He doesn't have an RP for another 2 seconds. And he doesn't want to use it, but the skewer will be enough. Mega kill streak for Sullianer. He is just everywhere right now, especially with that haste rune, of course.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
In the meantime, Lone Druid finds himself a kill on... oh, sorry, Phantom Lancer finds himself a kill on the Lone Druid. Wow. It is just DD that is just getting picked apart right now. I mean, it was even for a very long time, but just look at this. It's just bam, going up. Experience graph, same story. There's just people everywhere, and there's actually level 2 Diffusal Blade up on Nexus. With the bottom lane getting pushed, the top lane getting pushed, and the only one trying to farm is maybe a bit Phobos on the middle lane, who actually has got himself the armlet. TP incoming from the Sand King, gonna go for a burst strike, but gets telekinesis in the fade, mana burn as well, trying to get himself out with the... No, can't, never mind. Burst strike gets returned to him, open wounds, he still hits up on Jenka, Jenka goes down, can they find more? Slow up on Cedo from the static ground and from the overcharge, and that's gonna be Cedo getting Vortex. It's gonna be Solo that's gonna come in with the Vendetta, though, Illuminate flying through, and that is gonna be Jolene. Lacoste, they're going down. Triple kill for Solo. Phobos is gonna get picked up as well. Keeper of the Light is the one by his back. What can Keeper of the Light do? Nothing. Nothing at all. And Nex is gonna come in to clean up the creeps that are still left here. A Lone Druid only has the Hand of Midas and the boots. That's it. 1900 gold in his inventory. But this is getting out of hand real quick. Real quick indeed. 2200 gold upon Sullianer again. I'm kind of expecting to see almost the Dandy style Magnus to go for something like a Crystallis or something. Wouldn't be surprised to see that. It's gonna be tough for DD to get back from this one. They need some proper team fights. Like, they have been team fighting, and the thing is, if you're gonna team fight against the Magnus, fine. You know? The theory is there that you might be able to do that. But you're gonna have to have that Sand King having a Blink Dagger and an Epicenter and everything. And he doesn't have that, and he's gonna actually go down. I mean, he burrow striked himself in from the low ground trying to do something, and then basically waited for his death. Because his team wasn't there to support him, his team wasn't there to back him up. Nexus in the meantime picked himself up the ultimate orb. Wait a second, Jenka is in some trouble, getting chased up by Jolene, but hey, or by Blur. Here's an infested Cedoy looking for an opening. This is gonna be an infested Cedoy by Rubik actually. He stole the infest. It is the Lone Druid that goes down still. I mean, who was surprised? 4 versus 1. I like that. I like that escape mechanism from the Rubik, the Infest. And that's gonna be a Burrow Strike. No Sandstorm being stolen. He's gonna get an Epicenter in his face though. And he's gonna be going down from it. Telekinesis is not helping him out, so that's still a kill for DD, but you know, you just used an ultimate to just get a support Rubik, right? Is that worth it? Well, Lacoste in some trouble, gonna get chased down by Magnus with a regen rune, and that's gonna be Lacoste going down. One more hit needed, and the Iron Shell actually doing the job. No more mana up on the Storm Spirit. Lances hit DD. Phobos, it is trouble all over for them. It is so much trouble for them. Look at the damage. Look at just Magnus. Level 17. And nobody of DD is higher than level 12. And he is getting kills everywhere. Solo still getting entangled. Looks like that's indeed still gonna be a kill going the way of DD. But oh, why? Oh, Lone Druid, he's gonna go down. That's a team wipe. It's a team wipe of pickoffs. It is not even. It's not even a team fight.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Basically, it is just everywhere on the map. Everybody's by himself doing their own thing, and they're paying for it. And I'm not saying that they should be grouping up the team fight, but they could play it a bit more safe. The GG gets called. No surprise. No surprise. DD had no way of coming back from this. And 3D Clan gonna get the 3 extra points to their name. I'm gonna be seeing some Dota lag as the disconnects come out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Anyways. We're gonna have another game coming up soon. It's gonna be Fnatic taking on 3D Max. Should be a good game for sure. As I realize that Twitch is having some issues by the looks of it. Sorry for that. I see that on the sideline. Anyways, I still think you should be able to see this, so it doesn't matter. We're gonna be having a 3D Max versus Fnatic. It's gonna be up in just a moment. The official starting time for that is of course 1900. With the last game of the day after that, Rux KS versus TCM. So stick around for the 2 more games of day number 30 out of the 32 days. So this is only 2 days left after this one, Sunday and Monday.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And we'll be right back as soon as the Keeper of Light disconnects. There we go. Gonna wait for the end screen, and then we can be jumping ourselves into the next game. If you, by the way, if you want to support me, please follow me on Twitter on twitter.com/SheaverGaming. Helps me out.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower.
And of course, check out SheaverGaming.com, site where you can see all the coming matches for every caster,
Dire's middle barracks
all the
are
coming
under
cups
attack.
for every caster of today and tomorrow,
Dire's
and
bottom barracks
check out all the VODs from every caster
Radiant
in the archive. It's definitely worth checking out. If you miss the most important matches, you can always find them there the day after they happen. If, of course, the caster uploaded the matches. It's a question. Anyways, stick around for Fnatic vs 3D Max. We'll be coming up in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Where's the end screen? There we go. Let's go.